boys and girls, I hope you're all good. So far we have been learning about heroes of the faith, and today we're going to talk sorry, let me just take a wee drink here. Oh my goodness, I just spilled it all over me. What a silly mistake. Look, I don't think I can talk to you like this. It's all over me. Give me a second and I'll be back. There we go. Sorry about that, boys and girls. I spilled water all down me. I made such a silly mistake. Do you know, I'm sure you've made mistakes before, haven't you? Maybe you've even spilled something down you by accident. Or maybe you've made a little mistake on your homework or in your spelling test. Or maybe you've made a bigger mistake, like being mean to somebody or calling someone a name. But you know what? There's a man in the Bible called Peter, and he made mistakes as well. So Peter was a fisherman and he loved to fish with his brother who was called Andrew. And they liked to fish at night time and in the shallow water, so not too deep, because that's where you catch lots of fish. But one day Jesus called Peter and he said to him, Peter, I want you to go out to that really deep water over there and I want you to throw your net in and you're going to catch a lot of fish. And Peter was like, what? How's that going to work? Peter must have thought Jesus was a wee bit crazy because you can never catch fish like that. But Peter did a really good thing. He listened to Jesus and he went out to the really deep water. He threw his net in, pulled it back out again, and guess what? He didn't catch one fish. He didn't even catch two fish. Not even three fish. He caught so many fish, so many that his net was completely full. There was just fish bustling out of it everywhere. So when Peter caught so many more fish than he ever thought he could, he realised just how amazing Jesus is. He realised that when he trusted and when he listened to Jesus, Jesus would give him everything that he could ever need. And then Jesus told Peter to stop catching fish and to start catching men. But what does that mean? Well, Peter now has a really special job. He has the job of telling other people about Jesus and helping them to start to follow him. So because Peter is now Jesus' friend, he was able to watch Jesus do all these amazing things, like some more miracles, helping people and even healing people. Jesus even performed a miracle with Peter. So one day Jesus went walking on top of the water and he called out to Peter to do the same. So Peter kept his eyes firmly fixed on Jesus. He didn't take his eyes off him. And you know what? He walked on the water. How amazing is that? But then he started to look around him and he noticed the really big waves and he got a little bit scared. So he took his eyes off Jesus and then things started to go really wrong and he began to sink. And lots of people made the mistake of not believing that Jesus was God's son. They didn't believe he was powerful and they didn't believe he was amazing, even though they watched him do all these miracles. And because lots of people didn't like Jesus, but Peter did, lots of people started to not like Peter very much, and he did not like that. So Peter made another mistake. When somebody asked Peter, hey, do you know Jesus? Do you know what he said? He said, no, I don't know who Jesus is. Who's Jesus? Now, I don't know about you, but if one of my friends pretended that they didn't know who I was, I would be super sad. But Jesus knew that Peter would make that mistake and he said to him, it's okay, I forgive you, I still love you and I still care about you. Then a little while later, Peter got to see another miracle, a really cool one. So Jesus died on the cross and then he rose again 3 days later. And Peter was there before Jesus went up to heaven again. And Jesus said to him, even though I'm not going to be here on earth anymore, I'm still going to be with you. And I'll be with anyone who loves and who follows me. And he also said to Peter, go and tell everyone about me so that I can be with them too and help them. So Peter had another really special job to do. And that was over 2,000 years ago. But because Peter and all of the other disciples did a really good job, we know about Jesus today, 2,000 years later. And now we have a choice. Are we going to follow Jesus? Are we going to love him? And is he going to be our friend? I heard about Jesus and I decided that I wanted to be part of his really big family. And I love knowing that he will always forgive me when I make mistakes, because I make a lot of them. But when we mess up, Jesus will always forgive us and he will always love us. And now me and you have the really special job of telling everybody all about Jesus. Maybe you could even make that your challenge for this week. Bye.